Hello YouTube. Today we're doing a little different video. This is a +10 mist that I'm gonna show you. Survival Hunter, of course. But this time I'm actually gonna go through the whole dungeon with you guys and tell you tips and tricks and what my thought process are going into each pack. And maybe some small tricks that you can do to become a better player. More specifically, become a better Survival Hunter player. So I am, of course, playing Survival Hunter. I have the Grim Battle Trinket, Skardin's Grace, and I have the Arakara Sackblood that you see here. I have crafted weapon, I have 4 sets, and I think I'm 624 item level. So I'm starting to get max item level on stuff. I am pre-made with the tank and the other hunter. We're playing, and he's playing MM, so it's only me who's playing survival. And then there's 2 pokes that are joining us. And spoiler, we cleared it pretty nice. And I also did. This is the week where the balls are coming into the mobs, and if you don't take them, they take extra. They give so that the ads do extra damage. So you have to intercept them, and you will get extra mastery and stuff like that, which is very good for us. So this is my week for sure. I did 1.5 million DPS overall for the dungeon, so I'm pretty happy with that. So yes, there's not gonna be any like big mistakes here. So I'm pretty much gonna show you how a smooth run on a +10 will look like. So we're starting off
5,
right away.
4, 3, 2,
And yes, someone has, of course, the herbalism effect that makes it so we can go straight through here instead of going down the right. That you have to do here, we can go straight through here, and we do a double pack where we take these three, and we go over to the left and take these 2 also. And I believe we are also Bloodlust here, since now with +10 keys we both have Fortified and Tyrannical. It makes so that you can kind of more freely choose when to do your Bloodlust, because we have both affixes, so everything hurts a lot. And we chose to do a big pull in the beginning to get the CD of Bloodlust off very quickly, and I think that's also something that generally speaks for most keys above 10. Try to make a big pull in the beginning and go Bloodlust. It's not worth holding it for like 8 minutes until you get to the first boss, because if you do it straight from the beginning, you might get a 3rd charge on instead of only having 2 charges. So that's pretty huge. That's why we do it most of the time. So we're going in. Yes, I'm gonna show you some. It doesn't really show you what I'm doing here down there. Right. Before every pull, basically, I go, of course, I try to do both bombs stacks that I have, get maybe a kill command up, and harpoon in before I'm pressing my cooldowns. Because with the cooldowns, I get more bomb charge, so it doesn't. I just want to get the 2 first stacks off before I press it, because that's extra damage, and that procs my sentinel very early, which is good. And with cooldowns up, I now have 2 more bomb charges again, so immediately you want to hit the first bomb, which I'm doing, and then I'm using actually the stacks to do a Butchery and Raptor Strike to get some bleed up, because I don't want to spam the bombs too much. Like if you have 2 stacks, don't spam both of them. Instead, use one, do some other stuff, and then use the other one when the dot expires, because that will give you more damage overall. Other than that, it's like, I do try to make use of the bombs as much as possible. Here's actually one mistake that I'm doing. I'm not using flanking strike at all. I haven't pressed it yet. I'm more focused on other stuff, and of course seizing and surviving, but that is also something that you should do more. There you see I do it, which is very late. I should do it earlier, but we still managed to end with over 3 million DPS, so I'm pretty happy with that. Next up, we actually have a skip that most groups do. I will pause, you can see. this mob here, you can trap as a hunter, and if you are the first one to go through, you will get aggro. But if you then wait before pulling this pack and stand like over here, and you feign death, you lose aggro, but be careful, you have to do it when the whole group has passed. Then you can actually skip this whole pack with your like trap. If you don't feign death, the ad will aggro you after the trap is gone after a minute, so you're gonna get the whole pack, which is pretty stupid. You don't want that. Of course, here we have a demon hunter and he imprisons, and that's much easier because it doesn't get aggro and all that stuff. So instead we can just run pass. I'm making extra sure that I'm not getting aggro and stealthing. And yeah, here you see I started with an explosive shot because I had a charge. Then I did another one, and I'm trying to get the bombs up. Interrupts, of course. I wanted the bombs are always first, so you can see like here I'm pretty slow with my serpent sting stacks. I don't do it first. I want to have other stuff up before, like bombs and some kill commands. But you see, I pressed. I'm going with the 1 minute CD on coordinated assault, which basically makes it so that every pack you have a cooldown. And there's very few cases where you actually want to save it because it has such a short cooldown. So instead, you can use it pretty much whenever you want, unless you know that you're doing a big pack, like in a half a minute, and you want to use that then with, for example, your trinkets too. Moving on, we're clearing off this, and we have picked the buff that gives us extra stamina and stuff like that. We're now pulling the 2 Drust Bow Breaker, and of course here you want to single target one because they do some AoE, which is pretty hard. And yeah, we end up like that's pretty standard. We go through that, and here we start the first boss. As you can see here now, you can fairly see it. I have coordinated assault, but I don't have my trinkets, and I think I'm saving my coordinated assault because I want it for the bursting phase, and I'm hoping that my teammates will actually do enough damage here in the beginning already. So no, I actually pressed it. Okay, so I'm not gonna have coordinated assault for the bursting phase, but I'm gonna have my trinkets. So I'm actually gonna desynchronize my cooldowns a bit here because I want this guy to get down fairly quickly so we can start bursting. And then I have, of course, my master trinket, which is still a lot of extra damage for me when we are in the bursting phase. Here, this boss is also, as a survival hunter, you know, you have these blue puddles that can be very annoying. One spell that is very useful here is, of course, what's the name? The thing that makes your raptor strike be ranged with 40 yards. It's very useful here because then you can basically stand far away and dodge all the stuff, because, you know, it doesn't matter how good of a DPSer you are unless you're dead. So, I mean, if you're dead, you're not gonna do any damage. So it's always important. Try to stay alive first, then you can start focusing on your damage. So we did a fairly good job on bursting him down. We ended on 30%, which is just too much. It's too much to focus on the boss, like Ingra. So we have to kill the tree again, but I think this one goes fairly quick because we still have... oh, yeah, we used Bloodlust on this one. Actually, I was wrong in the beginning. We did not Bloodlust the other pack, but that is a useful pack to do. So yeah, we kill that, and then we, of course, go into the maze. And here also, you can see someone marked the guy that we need to follow in the labyrinth. So you can see that we are going straight first, just a little trick. And I think also, if, for example, if he goes right here, you can see where the next one is also, because either he goes far or closer to you. So, small little trick. I don't have an add-on for it. I usually let healers or other stuff do it, but of course I know what to do. You know, you have to find the odd mark from these foggy statues that when you go close to it, it shows a mark, and the one that's odd compared to all the other ones, that is the one that you need to go through. Here, you know, I pressed my cooldowns or my coordinated assault, pretty standard. We're going into the next pack here. This is a nice pack to show you because this is of course good AoE. We are having a pack with 4 targets right now, and as you can see, I have 2 stacks from my previous coordinated assault, so I have 2 free stacks of explosive shot. So here, since I don't have any coordinated assault in the beginning, I'm gonna start probably with getting those off. I'm getting the stacks, of course, for tip of the spear, and then I'm just taking both of them off, get the bomb up, spread the dot, and now it's time to make the third. Yeah, so now my explosive shots are on cooldown again. You want to have everything rolling on cooldown. So for example here again, I'm so bad at this because my weak aura in the middle doesn't show me my flanking strike. I'm very bad at using my flanking strike a lot, so that is something you should of course do as well. I'm trying to get better on it, but it's I have been lazy. I haven't found a new weak or a package that actually works 100%. As you see, we did clear this one pretty easy, and now we're turning on to the next one. And here you see I used my trinkets. I'm kind of desyncing it there because I still believe that it's better to have some stuff for every pack. And then sometimes you will get huge amount of damage, and then you will have lower but still more burst damage. So here I'm going in with the standard. I'm harpooning in. I put an explosive shot on one target. I'm probably gonna do maybe a butchery and all that stuff before I'm pressing coordinated assault. Now I'm pressing it first, getting another bomb off, explosive shot, another kill command, butchery, and now raptor strike, so I have the dots up. And now it's back to normal rotation, trying to get as much bombs out. Live, of course, get a sneaky little kill shot in there, because one of them was low. You see I'm using all my free stacks. Let's see, here. As soon as you know, as soon as coordinated assault goes off cooldowns, you get 2 stacks. I'm very quick on getting those off because I want to get the cooldown off on again with explosive shots, so I can get more explosive shots, because it does probably even most of my damage right now. Explosive shots and bombs are like the one thing that does super much damage. Here I think we're calling to check which one it is. So I'm actually doing my little part here of standing beside one of the statues so we can check which one it is, because I had some kill commands and bombs up, so I was like, I can stand in range and do some damage. Next, again, here you can see I have 4 seconds on coordinated assault and 11 seconds on my trinkets. Now everything is lining up, so I'm probably gonna start off with like a bomb and get the serpent sting stacks up, right? Yeah, there it comes. Now the stacks are up, and I'm gonna probably press all my cooldowns. Yeah, I'm now everything up. I'm getting the bomb up first, of course. Some more AoE. I'm not using my flanking strike. I'm so annoyed with that. Such an obvious thing. And yeah, I think that kind of repeats itself, so let's move on. This guy, of course, this is single target. They decided the frog or the dragon. I always try to use cooldowns here, because otherwise you spend too much time on him saving your cooldowns for the next pack. It's not the best for your damage meters maybe, but sometimes you have to do what's best for the key and not your DPS, right? Here's a big pack. I'm having only coordinated assault. So as you see, I'm putting a kill command up, the bomb. I'm going in with a butchery, get the serpent stings up. And now it's back to normal rotation with another bomb, using coordinated assault here. But I'm gonna save my trinkets, I think, because the boss is happening very soon too. Oh yeah, we actually failed. We took the wrong one here, so we ended up running back, but we're back to it again, and this is the last pack before the boss. This boss is, of course, it's fine, I would say, but it can be annoying, of course. You have to dodge not only a frontal that targets every player, but also a fox spawns that if you get close to it, he will freeze you, and that makes it so that you can't dodge the frontal. So it's a nasty combo. Here's the freeze tag, of course. What you can actually do, I think this was a perfect example. The fox spawned there, and the mage was behind it. So the frontal actually hit the fox, and that kills it. So that makes it so you don't have to worry about it. And as hunters, we can, of course, trap it. We can binding shot it. We can, you want to help out, of course. So I always try to do that. Then, of course, it's the intermission. Fairly simple. It's the same as the maze. You have to find the odd marker of one of them and kill it as fast as possible. Here you can see it's a leaf, empty leaf with ring, empty flower, and a flower. And you can see this is the only one that's odd is that there is one ring here. Everyone else doesn't have a ring, but we have several flowers, 2 flowers and 2 leaves, and 2 that are filled and 2 that are empty, So the odd one is the circle. And I would say always try to focus on finding the single one, not focusing what or several stuff are. What is my English? Don't focus on, we have 2 colored flowers. No, focus on we have 1 ring instead, because that goes quicker in your head, I would say. Yeah, and then we do that like 2 times. I'm using cooldowns on cooldown. Like as soon as they're up, I'm using them. And so we are gonna continue. Here is another good example, because as you see, I have everything up now. I've saved it from because it probably came up like when the boss was at 10%. So I was like, no, let's save it. But I'm not actually gonna use both all of it now. I'm gonna probably use coordinated assault. I'm doing wrong. Sorry, but what you can do here, I'm not doing it. I'm using all my cooldowns because I'm stupid. What you can do here is actually save your 2-minute CDs, because most tanks do a double pull afterwards. Then that could be a good way to save your cooldowns. What was I was gonna say, but I'm not doing that. I'm a ooga booga little hunter that just presses my cooldowns when I have them. Which is, of course, it's not like a super bad idea. It's still good. As you can see, I think I'm saving this explosive shot stack for the next part. Yeah, I am. So I have at least 2 explosive shots as soon as that comes online. And yeah, while the tank is gathering up the ads, I'm helping out picking the orbs. So we have now 10 stacks of the affix. He's bringing the first pack, and now he's coming with the second pack, and I think also the flyers are no. Dude, I'm messing this up. We're actually going slow on this one. Yeah, we're doing single pack. I played so many keys, so I keep forgetting which one this is. But yeah, we actually go slow here, so I'm not gonna use anything, but I'm gonna use coordinated assault in the next one probably. Pretty standard. Here, of course, a little bit bigger pack. Get the bombs up, kill command, get the... I'm actually using my explosive shot, which was wrong. You want to use it with coordinated assault, because that does more damage. Yeah, it dies fairly quickly. More ads are coming, so I'm probably gonna spam butchery and get the dot up. You can see the rhythm, I guess. I'm sorry if I'm not super clear, but as you can see, like I'm going in with bombs and get all the stuff, or at least get all my bombs off, and maybe even get some serpent sting up if you have like 5 seconds left on your coordinated assault. And when you are in coordinated assault, don't blow both bombs, of course. Use one, do other stuff, go back to the second one, and then you have a more continuous transition of always placing like one bomb and having the dot up more, which actually does a lot of damage. So don't only spam your bombs, even though they do a lot of damage, because the dot is actually one of the bigger damage that it does. It's not only the impact that does a lot of damage, it's the dot too. Here you can see I have my trinkets up. I'm hoping that I'm saving it the next pack, because I think we do a... Yes, yeah. We actually do a double pull next pull. So I'm saving this one for that. And here it's just rotate your bombs around. Again, I'm too slow with flanking strike. I must get that fixed, because I think I'm losing a lot of damage with that. And yeah, another small tip, of course, is that you can, if you're willing to put in the extra little effort, don't forget to tab target when you're having a lot of kill commands to get the tip of the spear bonus, because it's a dot, of course, so it gives you extra damage if you have it on free target instead of one target. Now it's big blast. You can see my damage. I'm going 3.7. Can I get 4 million? Maybe? No? Yeah. I mean, you see the pattern here. It's fairly standard. Get the bombs and explosive shots off. Try to combine it with trinkets and coordinated assault. It does more damage, of course. And yeah, blast away. This boss is another example where survival hunters can struggle a little bit, because there's a lot of pools on the ground. But if you have, I think, is it Eagle Eyes, the name is? The thing that makes my Raptor Strike ranged? I think so. That one is also very useful here, because then you can actually go back a bit and try to just avoid the stuff and still do damage instead of just standing outside the door. Usually here, as you see, always when the ads come, there will be a mind link coming afterwards. So it's a little bit tricky. I always try to be on the tank first to get the ads rounded up, because I think a disengage and maybe some, aspect of the cheetah to get away very fast is still very easy to do, to break the mind link. And of course, if the tank also jumps away, it's even easier. But it's always nice to help out the group with staying on the tank for the ads, because the ads can actually do a lot of damage and kill you if you are all over the room, of course, and not focusing on killing them. And if they're not stacked, it's going to be hard to kill them, so you want to stack on the tank with them, because he can then aggro them. At 70% there will be the intermission that you have to break down a shield. I had saved my coordinated assault for that, so I'm using all my damage here. I'm trying to pick as much orb I can. We actually get 3 orbs, 4 orbs into the boss. He has a very huge hitbox, so it's hard to grab them sometimes. So he's gonna do a lot of damage right now, and you can see the tank actually dropping quite a lot. So it's a little bit spicy right now. Always try to help out with the orbs as much as possible. Don't just expect others to do it. Do it yourself too, Tacts always comes over doing a little bit more DPS. Because if you don't do tacts, then, you're not gonna live anymore. We actually lost healer, as you see, but I believe both me and the other hunter had combaters. Yeah, we have the item. I think it's something like completely safe, blah blah blah. I can probably show it up here. It will come up. Always have that in your bag, because then you can help out with the combat dresses if, as in this example, our combat dress died, so we don't have another class that can do it, so it's better if you can do it yourself then. And yeah, I mean, another aspect of course hike is that know when the damage is coming, and when the damage is coming, don't be afraid to use cooldowns. Like preemptively use a survival of the fittest. It's 40% damage reduction. It's huge. And also you have acceleration a lot, so if you know that there's maybe like a magic shield in, where is it City of Freds or Arakara, they have a lot of those like healing shields that you just need to heal through. I mean, help out, use acceleration. I mean, you see, keep track on your health bar and help out the healer, because you're gonna do so much more damage if you actually are staying alive for all the pulls instead of dying to stupid shit or staying in fire. I mean, you all seen the memes that DPS doesn't care about. Oh yeah, I'm actually dying here, I think. No? Maybe. No, not this time. I forgot to, I had misdirection on cooldown, so. And yeah, we're just finishing off this with some trash, and we timed it with 4 minutes to spare, I think. I hope this was informative. If you want to see more of like more detailed aspects of rotation and all this stuff, check out my Survival Hunter guide. It's on my YouTube channel. And yeah, of course, any questions that you have or suggestions that I do, I mean, don't be afraid to leave them in the comments. I try to answer them as quick as possible. And with that said, thank you for watching, and I hope this was informative and fun new idea of a video. And if you want to see more of this kind of video, tell me, please, because I mean, the views will tell itself. If this goes well, I'm gonna keep doing it, of course. But yeah, have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.